of the kind of trophy style rack that you can get, but we'll take them. I think, never mind, I was going to let him get down off that kind of slope because I'm probably going to take a trophy shot, but... Hello and welcome back to the Hunter Classic. So today we're here on Redfeather Falls for another Let's Go Hunting video, and we are here because the top suggestion on the last Let's Go Hunting video was to hunt moose with the 405. No map was specified, but I thought this map would be best. I can find the most moose on this map, I think, and also there's a fair chance we could find black bear while we're going around hunting moose, so we can probably get those with the 405 as well. As usual, I brought a bow for any females. We have the snakebite today, and I brought the 308 rival for like any whitetail that we see at distance. Rather than calling them in, we could take them with that. So I spawned at the lodge, and we are probably going to just head up the island chain a bit, probably all the way up to the bear area. I don't have that barrel filled, by the way, but we're probably going to go up into there. And from there, I guess it just depends on how many moose we have and stuff, but I might continue over into this area a bit. I tend to find more moose on that side, so I guess we'll see. So starting off with a pretty decent whitetail buck, 150 to 170 score estimate, and he is in range for our snakebite. As usual, we'll only take males of other species. Female moose, but no females of anything else unless, of course, it is a rare. But not a bad start. Probably the only better start would be a big moose. But we'll see what this guy scores. 156, not bad at all. I've not even had so much as a track from a moose yet, so we might not have the best moose spawn, but we'll make it work. And right on schedule, we got our first moose of the hunt, 95 to 120 score estimate, and a really ugly moose at that. Just a tiny rack that just happens to be extra wide. But we'll go for our shot with the 405. And he is down. I probably should have used a bow on that, to be honest. He was so small, but he is a male, and the 405 was the suggested weapon. So double lung liver and a 112 score on him. I'm actually surprised he went that high. That's one of the higher scores I've had for that rack shape. And we've got another not very impressive moose here. We've got 100 to 125 score estimate, and I think he's going to be right around the same as the last one, but still the 405 is the weapon of choice here. And he is down. I think, oh, there was another, I think that's a cow out there. And it is, but I guess we'll probably move in that direction if we can get her while she's spooked, and potentially not spook anything else in the process. That'll be good. If you saw that out there, that was a whitetail doe running. So left lung, liver, stomach, and a 105 score, actually smaller than the last one, and level 4 with the 405 lever action. So here is the female moose that spooked. I have been calling all the way over here with the moose call, and I've not gotten any responses from anything else, so the hope is that nothing else is in the area and we can just take this with the 405, because obviously her being spooked, we can't call her back in. That is a horrible angle, but let's see what happens. I'm hoping that's going to be single lung, because I know I was off to the left a bit, but I think as far as up and down, I was pretty solid to hit a lung, so I guess we'll find out. And it is indeed lung blood, so she won't be far at all up here, and hopefully we didn't spook any male moose doing that, but as I said, nothing called back to me as I was calling, so the only thing in the area would have been a spooked male moose, in which case I probably would have ended up walking by it anyway. So the idea was that hopefully that really wouldn't affect anything. I did, of course, bring the snakebite for a female moose, but calling her back in would have just taken longer. But left lung shoulder blade on that one, 10-second wound time. And we'll just continue on. This time we got a cow moose coming in that we can bow. By the way, there's two reasons that I tend to bow the females of the species that I'm hunting. Number one is obviously so I don't spook any males that might be in the area. But the second is if I'm calling in a female moose from render, any male moose that are in render should be roughly in the same area and I should be able to see them. So I might just bring in a male moose by calling in the female. So if I took it with a gun, obviously I'd be taking it long range and potentially spooking them before any males got in the area, but taking it with the bow, the males have to come about as far as the females if they're roughly the same range, so that's kind of the idea. I could actually get an extra male just by calling in a female. But obviously we got the heart shot here, and I think that female must have been spooked from when we shot the last one, because she doesn't seem interested in coming in. I just heard a bear actually, but I think it was that female I had tracks from. I might just go for a shot. If that's... Ooh, never mind. I'd rather a whitetail buck, to be honest. I know moose were the species suggested, but I think most people would rather a whitetail buck than a cow moose. So the moose decided to just come trotting back at us. She is right there. And I think we can just go for the shot. I might go for double lung here just so we're not risking a body shot. because she's pretty consistently moving. Alright, that should work, and our buck should be far enough away. Actually, I think I see him. I do not see him, but he should be over here. There he is. Not a very big one, but at this point we got to let the moose expire anyway. And we might not have caught both lungs. She is still running. Actually, that's intestine blood. Must have been too low there, but by the time the buck gets in, she should be pretty much down. And we've actually got what I'm guessing is a whitetail doe. Yeah, sneaking up on us here. And obviously, I did say that we'd ignore does, but the other option is to spook her. Which makes no sense when that's not going to affect the buck. Unless, of course, that bear ends up running exactly at the buck. But hopefully that's not going to happen. I don't even know where the bear was or went, but I did hear it run off. But anyway, the buck doesn't look alerted. Never mind. Where's the bear at then? Ah, there it is. Okay. We'll just spot that. I'm not going to go for that angle. That's a not very good angle to shoot at a bear, especially a 12 to 15 female. It's just not worth tracking it. So double lung on our doe. At least we had the trail of that whitetail buck. We know not to go after it if it grunts again, because obviously it's really not worth waiting to call in. He wasn't all that special. I should have just blasted him with the 308 when I heard that bear take off, but I thought we could get away with it. But the good thing is our moose is already down. I'm guessing we must have caught the liver there, because she really didn't go that far. You can actually see on the hunter mate where we started tracking her, which of course is where we shot her at. So if I could find my way over here, we can pick her up. I can only imagine it was liver, maybe even like liver stomach. She went down really quickly. And liver stomach indeed. Ended up with a 1.5 wound time. Not bad. I just heard another female moose call. I think we're going to ignore that. I might fast travel to this tent. I don't even know if I have camping supplies on me. I might not. I do not, so we'll just continue walking. And we've got another cow moose coming in, but as long as we can get all the cows and small bulls out of the way early, hopefully we can get a decent moose or two by the end of the hunt. We're going to try to take this one with the snake bite as well, and I think 25 meters will work. We'll just aim a tiny bit higher, as long as she doesn't start moving anyway. And she is down. There was a whitetail doe over here, but I think she's probably far enough away that it's not worth worrying about, but she is down silently, so any bull moose that are just on the other side of the hill are still there, obviously. Actually hit heart and both lungs, and not bad. And it looks like I forgot an important piece of the puzzle when I said all male moose on the other side of the hill are still there, because unfortunately so are the female moose, which appears to be, at least so far, the only moose that was on the other side of the hill. But we'll take her out as well. Again, anything we can take out now, kind of, if you know what I mean, improves our chances of getting a bigger one later. As long as she's out of the way, we're not going to pick up her trail again. We're not going to spook her forward to spook anything else later in the hunt. It's just worth taking her out right now. And she is 20 meters away. Going right over the top of that bush. I think I'll stand up so we have a clear view. And that was just a bit high, but that should be one or actually both lungs. So she won't be going very far. We should actually get to see her go down, I believe. And there we go. I think we had a good enough angle to actually catch both lungs, and the distance she ran, it looks like that probably is what happened. If not, it would have been single lung back into the intestines, but either way, she did not go very far. At this point, we might be spooking other moose that are in the area. That is a max weight moose track. It's an hour old, but it's probably worth going after. And this shot was right lung, liver, and stomach, which oddly enough had pretty much the same wound time as just liver and stomach. I never really paid that close attention to that, but the fact that you have a lung hit in there as well really doesn't make any effect. And here is the buck that I've been calling in. Unfortunately, not all that big, but he is a heavy buck, so it would have been one that I likely would have tracked down and wasted time on. But we'll just take him with the 308 rival to save a bit of time. We got a lot of tracking to do on that moose. He is down, so that's going to save us, anywhere from 10 seconds to 5 minutes, depending on what kind of shot we made with the bow, and we can just run right back and get on that moose's tracks, because obviously at over an hour old, he's going to be fairly far away. 124 score on this buck, but moose, obviously being so big, they might not walk very fast, but they cover a lot of distance with each step, so we want to save as much time as possible here. And here's the moose that we've been tracking, 145 to 170, definitely not bad. Obviously I was hoping for a bit bigger than that. He's pretty much the smallest of the kind of trophy style rack that you can get, but we'll take him. I think, never mind, I was going to let him get down off that kind of slope because I'm probably going to take a trophy shot, but he did not want to cooperate with that. He fell most of the way down anyway. But yeah, definitely not a bad moose. Hopefully not the biggest one we get this hunt, but so far, by far, the biggest one we've had. Heart shot and a 162 score. Not a bad looking picture. Unfortunately, no sunlight here, but we'll take it. And we're back to tiny moose. We've got one here which is 85 to 110 score estimate. So smaller than the first one with this rack style. And he is down. There was a female over there as well, but with the reeds here, I don't think we're really going to get a good hit on her. So we'll just leave her because she's not actually running quite the direction we're headed. But we'll see what this guy scores. 93.999. That's a interesting score, and we will continue along our path. So no moose up in the swampy area, and due to my lack of camping supply situation, I just fast traveled back to the lodge and went north. And unfortunately, this little guy is going to have to be the last harvest of the video because I don't have enough time to hunt beyond this, so we'll take him with the 405. He is down, and yeah, that wasn't a bad hunt. We had a 156, was it? Whitetail buck and a 162 moose. Unfortunately, we couldn't end with a trophy moose, but I definitely can't complain about how that hunt went. So 100 score on this guy, and I think that is going to be it for this video. So don't forget to comment below with your suggestion for the next Let's Go Huntin video. Let me know what animal you'd like me to hunt, what weapon you'd like me to hunt it with, and what map you'd like me to hunt it on. And whatever comment has the most likes will be what's chosen for the next Let's Go Huntin video. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.